Well, ladies and gentlemen, seeing the fact that the traffic is starting to get restless and the sun is really starting to set, almost turning this into a night show, we might as well bring Music Village for this week and for this month to an emphatic close. But if you miss anything that we did for this afternoon/evening/night show that we were able to give you to bring some delight to your Black Friday, don't worry, we got you covered. Because you can catch it again one more time, all the time, on our SoundCloud, Facebook, or even Tumblr pages, named the same, only known as MusicVillageRadio under the hashtag MusicVillage338. And according to the maestro, he swore he saw the sun starting to dip out of the sky around that time. 338? Are you serious? Wow, there is something going on around here, and I don't think it's winter. And if you guys want to figure out whether crazy and zany things that we still got prepared for this month of instant classicness, heading directly into the month of AC December, like a sun that's setting a little bit earlier than our liking, you can go ahead and check it out on our Twitter/YouTube pages, still named the same, only known as ZOO Agent 0012. And before we head out for the night, we would like to thank, as always, you the fans out there for listening into a very special post-Thanksgiving Black Friday week month-ending edition of Music Village. And if you guys and girls out there like what you heard, go out there and rap the word. You know what? Like Jason Statham using those brass knuckles in The Expendables 2. Yeah, you know, the PR department knows where I'm going with this and knows that we always end the month off with this classic line. And they're right, because seriously, it's a classic. And we would also like to thank you, the independent artists out there, for delivering that musical goodness like you always do. And keep up the great work, guys, because we can't wait to hear what sort of musical inspiration you got coming down the tubes for this week to help us finish off Train Island with the help of the maestro. And hopefully no derailments for that. And speaking of people giving us a constant form of inspiration with their musical arts, no matter what sort of project we got up our sleeves, we would like to thank our musical guest for this week, none other than Valentin Solzhenitsyn with his said song, E Major Blues, that was featured during the intro for this week's edition of Music Village. And we would also like to thank none other than Technoax with his song, Bright Future Ahead, that was featured during this special Train Island edition of the DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories. And like we say all the time around here, guys, keep up the great work, and we can't wait to hear what you got coming down the tubes next. And finally, last but not least, we would like to thank you, the independent gamers out there, for coming out with all those sweet video game hits and clips that we had a chance to mention during this week's show. And like we say all the time around here, keep those games coming, because you never know what show we got coming down the tubes next. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. And I guess with everybody thanked, you guys out there, now we go out. I'm DJ Smokey on behalf of the maestro for this month of instant classicness for this show, saying, can't beat a classic. But most importantly, when there's smoke, there's fire. And we'll see you guys next week for a very special icy cold edition of Music Village. But until then, good night, everybody.